Mother Nature is the goat of ombres. Yes, she is the greatest of all time. Using PreQuilt Ombre Maker, I am going to show you how you can add beautiful ombres to your next quilt. Let's create our first ombre using these three color tags, A, B, and C. We'll put color tag A in row 1. So I'll select row 1 by clicking this one right here. And then we just click on Add to Quilt, and that adds the color tag A on row 1. I'm going to deselect by clicking outside of the grid, and I'll just repeat this step for B and C. So we have the order A, B, and C, which now prepares us for the ombre. You can find the Ombre Maker in the Color Tags panel and clicking on the Ombre Maker. So we offer 3 types of ombres, and each are differentiated based on the amount of color stops. So we'll start with the 1 color stop right here. And these are the 3 color tags that we have available in our quilt. And I'm going to just drag A to be the color stop, which I'll drag from here to there. And next we need to tell the Ombre Maker how many steps it will have. So I'm going to drag B as the first step and then C as the second step. So all our color tags are used up, and it will now be used to make the ombre right here. So I'm going to click onto the preview to see how this ombre will affect my design. Okay, it's currently set to brighten, so I'll make it dark. Okay, so we can also change the color of color tag A to something like sunny. Okay, so I like this, and now I'm going to save this. Okay, and close this off. And now you'll notice that there's a little star on color tag A. This means that this color tag A is a color stop. So when I edit this, okay, so I'm in the Kona solids. When I edit the to different color, it automatically changes B and C. Now this also works with the color randomizer as well. So what's interesting about the ombre with the 1 color stop is that it automatically detects if this is a dark or a light color. So if it's a light color, it automatically goes towards the darker direction. And if you select like a dark color, then it'll go to the lighter direction. Great, so now let's start our next ombre using the 2 color stops. So I'm going to go over here. We'll actually need a couple of more color tags. So I'm going to create 4 more color tags. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to apply these into the grid right here. So they're all pink right now. It's kind of hard to differentiate them. So I'm just going to click onto the randomize button, and then that gives us D, E, F, and G as different. I'm gonna just apply D here, E, F, G. Okay, so we have the order as D, E, F, and G. Now it's time to use these color tags in our Ombre Maker. Okay, so I'm gonna click here. And this time we're going to create a ombre using the 2 color stops. So I want D to be the first color stop, and then G to be the other color stop. So basically anything in between here will get automatically updated based on D and G, based on the colors of D and G. Okay. So let's take a look at the preview here. So if I change G to like a warmer color, F and E automatically get updated based on the values of D and G. So I'm going to save this, and now I'm going to change the colors over here, and maybe like that, and you can also randomize it. So when you click on the randomize, it automatically assigns a new color value for all the color stops. And then because the color stops change, all the steps in between it will automatically get updated to create your ombre. Okay. So that's how you use the color stops for 1 and 2. Now let's do the third one. Okay. So when I attempt to make another ombre, you might get an alert message saying that you don't have enough color tags. So for example, to make the color ombre using the 3 color stops, you're going to need 1, 2, 3 color tags for the stops, and then 2 more in between, which are the steps. So in total, you need 5 color tags. So we don't have that at the moment. So we can either create 5 more color tags or delete some of the ombres. So for the purpose of this demo, I'm just going to delete some of these ombres. Now deleting the ombres won't affect anything over here, your design. It just means the ombre is no longer there. So now that we deleted those ombres, we can proceed to create this new ombre right here. Okay, so I'm just going to drag and create the ombre using these color tags. So I have 1, 2, 3 color stops. I'm going to just do the preview and then apply that and then close that off. So this gap is a little weird. I'm just going to copy, and so I'll just go here. I'm gonna cut this, and then I'm just gonna paste this over here. So that way it just kind of looks like it's together for the ombre. So if I change the middle color stop right here, okay, you'll notice that these ones in between get affected as well. So if I change this color stop A, everything in between B and C will change. Okay, so if I pick blue, and as well it works with the color randomizer. So depending on how many steps your ombre has, sometimes you will get duplicates, and when you get duplicates, you'll have to go in and manually change the values over here. So let's say we picked a color stop that's very similar to the Kona cinnamon over here. So the Kona cinnamon is right here. So let's say I pick paprika right here, right? Or spice. So there you go. So spice and cinnamon is very close. So it tries its best to find a color in between, but because the options are based on the Kona solids at this moment, it's unable to find any color in between, so you'll get duplicates over here. So in which case you could override it by just picking paprika over here. And then in terms of that, there's nothing really in between it. So you'll just have to either update the ombre or just kind of pick a different color, which is kind of close, which is terracotta. So that's just something I want to bring to your attention. And so that's pretty much the basics of the Ombre Maker. I'm just going to wrap up the tutorial with more of an advanced feature for people who are in the market subscription plan and you have an existing design that you already have for a coloring page. And then I'll go to my dashboard like this. So I'm here in the dashboard and you can see I have the design that I was just working on right here. And I'm gonna go and open existing coloring page that I have for the market plan. So I have this design called Stars, and I'll show you how the coloring page looks like. It has only two colors, color tag A and B, but there is no relationship. It's not an ombre at the moment. So for example, if I changed A to cheddar, B does not know, isn't part of an ombre. I want to create an ombre so that when I change A, B will automatically get updated based on the color of A. So let's go back to our design. And I'm going to open up the quilt right here and then apply an ombre. Okay. So I'm going to click on here again, and I'm going to open up the ombre. And I just want to apply a one color stop to that. I'm going to drag A as the color stop, and then B. Okay. So I could preview this right here. Okay. But I don't want to apply this ombre the actual values to this design because I like it the way it is. So I'm going to click onto this button here. So it's going to create the ombre, but it's not going to apply these two colors to my current design. Okay, so the ombre is created. Now I just close this off. And you can see that the ombre is here because it has a color stop right here. And now it's time to save this and then go back to my coloring page, and I'm just going to refresh this, and now you can see that my coloring page has the ombre. And when I click onto the color randomize, you can see that the ombre is working, and if I change A to any color like Pacific, then B gets automatically updated. And I can always override the value of B if I don't like what the Ombre Maker did. So let's say I wanted some contrast, I could always do that if I wanted to. That is how you would apply the ombre to existing designs to have that in your coloring page. If you have any questions about the Ombre Maker, please write your comments down below, and we hope that this helps you with your ombres and your design.